As a reminder, any video that you see on Code Equestria is not being used for monetary gain, and any video any videos whose subject matter is about anything advertised is not being advertised for the gain of the individual companies therein. Audio video clips from the game are being directly recorded from proper video game capture sources and not stolen from the games themselves, and follow all proper codage of the fair use law. Got it? Translated. We're not getting paid for this by anybody. Enjoy the show.
Hello everybody, Ebronis, Pegasisters, gamers, or whatever. I am Dragonheart, and I am here today to review Wolfenstein: The New Order. I completed it a few weeks ago, but now I am reviewing it now that I'm feeling better. Because I was sick. But Wolfenstein: The New Order is a first-person shooter created by Machine Games. There's dual wielding, there's rocket launchers, there's even laser guns that you get later in the game that you can dual wield, which is really cool. And that's a really good feature. In fact, it's too good of a feature. It's a feature that I would have liked to see in a certain other retro revival shooter that I will not name because it fills me with rage. But anyway, hey, let's get back on subject. Basically there is a perk system in the game, and the perk system works by you using a weapon and killing a certain number of enemies with it, or by staying stealthy and getting around enemies, basically by completing a bunch of challenges a la like Call of Duty, where it also has a similar system. And these perks, but the problem is, these perks a lot of the challenges, because of the way the AI is programmed, a lot of the challenges are near impossible to do because the enemy can see you with pinpoint accuracy. Like the minute they see you out of the corner of their eye, they're like, "He's over there!" And it's fucking bullshit sometimes. And the other times when they're not being cheating son of a bitches, they're being dumb as hell. And they won't see you even when you're 2 feet away from them. And believe me, it's happened to me multiple times in the game where I'd be nudging up against the guy, fucking teabagging him, and he doesn't even turn around. He's not like, is there somebody behind me? No, he's not like that. They're just dumb. But, and also, they give you barely enough ammunition to actually complete some of the stages. Like, I was playing the game on normal. Well, Lyoko Lion, my compadre, was playing the game on easy. And and from what he told me, he barely had enough ammunition to complete the stage, and so did I. Like, I was running around in the middle of battle trying to find ammunition and purposely leaving ammunition down before battles just so that I would have ammo to go and collect afterwards. Because the problem is, you need that ammo to pass some of the stages. And they'll give you barely enough ammo by the end. Because the tougher enemies, especially the robots, are complete bullet sponges. And they will take like not one, not two, not three, but 5 rockets. But sometimes barrages of rockets. I've seen robots take 8 rockets and still be alive. And I'm like, how is that even possible? I don't care how tough this technology is. You just took 8 rockets point blank. With your upgraded technology, you took 8 rockets point blank and you're still alive. That doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, that is a problem sometimes. But it's not a big problem. I still passed every single one of the stages, and I recommend the game aimed at first-person shooter fans. But yeah, it's a pretty well-made game. It's a pretty well-made game, and it's a nice place to start if they're thinking about restarting Wolfenstein in a new series and just make it but don't call it the New Order 2. Like, call it something different. And that's it. I give Wolfenstein the New Order a 7 out of 10. And there's a lot to like here, but there's also a bit to hate. But if you're a first-person shooter fan, if you're a fan of retro shooters or retro games, then pick this one up and try it. It's pretty good for a rental. Or a buy if you're really into that kind of thing. But I leave you with this. Just have a heart to think positively, and thank you for watching.
Also, because I played the game, and to further help David's review with additional context. Wolfenstein the New Order's story, pretty much about an alternate World War II, and the brand new B.J. Blazkowicz, who is actually given genuine character in this game, except for one thing. He talks way too quietly sometimes, not even to be heard, and the quiet demeanor kind of hurts the heroism aspect of the character. As well as stated before, the game has massive difficulty spikes and a lack of a true stealth system. This is true old school gaming to its finest, from the old school health and armor pickups to upgrades and found on the ground weapons. There is no multiplayer to be found here, and there are tons of collectibles, from the Enigma codes to other things that add world context upon others. Also, the game is meant to be played twice through a combination of alternate timelines that is quickly decided upon near the end of the first mission of the game, depending on who you save initially in your first squad. The music, however, I had turned off, seeing that I was going to use some of the footage for clip purposes, but fortunately, I decided not to do so, seeing that the review process was taking too long. I wholeheartedly concur with David's points, but by and large, because of the old school aesthetic and unusefulness of the aim down the sight mechanic, trust me, it's one of the worst I've seen in a video game as of late, especially a next-gen game, and its extreme difficulty spikes. I'm going to have to also give it a low score of a 7 out of 10. I was debating on a 6. And unlike David, I was, unfortunately, because of the difficulty spikes, unable to finish the game. So that's why this is mostly him. Just know that I played it, and I too enjoyed it. So, until next time, this is Code Equestria, Entertainment Bonafide.